Hey everyone, we're in Unit 7, which is about the location and description of simultaneously created boundaries. A simultaneously created boundary exists when several smaller parcels of land are created from one large parent parcel or from perhaps several combined large parcels, creating multiple lots at the same legal instant in time by the same person and performed by the same legal instrument. In other words, this is our contemporary subdivisions of the urban environment. In this case, all parcels have equal standing and no portion can have rights or seniority over any other parcel of land. I'd like to put a little clause into that in that our next unit, Chapter 8, which is the combination descriptions, points out the fact that while lots within this individual subdivision have equal standing, there may exist a possibility of junior and senior rights on the exterior bounds of a subdivision where they adjoin to other parcels that are not part of this subdivision. Our learning objectives for this unit are to identify the characteristics of simultaneously created boundaries, to assess the possibility that this combination, sequential and simultaneous condition exists. Number 3, to be able to interpret subdivision plats. And lastly, to demonstrate the ability to write legal land descriptions of simultaneous parcels. Our activities and assessment for this unit, Chapter 12, locating simultaneously created boundaries. And you will perform an integration of principles paper related to our modern urban boundaries, IP number 4. As we continue forward and we think about other things, I hope you've enjoyed the videos that have been shared with us by Dr. Hermanson, and I hope to include another one of those in Unit 8, which talks about the rules of construction. Here's the lecture component, and the next piece that'll be added in is the discussion component. Again, our simultaneously created boundaries preview. 56 slides, much smaller than the previous. Simultaneously created boundaries occur when several parcels are created at the same time. They all have equal standing. The primary requirement in determining if a simultaneous boundary situation exists is that two or more of these parcels must be created from within the same parent parcel. Now, as we move forward into this, I want you to know that individual states have implemented subdivision laws at various times throughout history, yet surveyors have always recognized the ability to create a subdivision plat many times prior to an actual licensure. Um, the trick here is that you will encounter older subdivisions that are completely legal and completely valid, but might not conform to the modern requirements for the subdivision if the same creation were to exist today. Um, that said, there's some tricks that the older scriveners have used to identify how excess or deficiency should be applied, and interpretation is indeed an important piece of this. The important piece about our simultaneous boundaries, though, is bullet number 3 here, that parcels are sold with reference to the approved plat or map, such that particular grantee may receive title to Lot 3 of Block F of a particular subdivision. Again, when we get to the integration paper, you are expected to grab from the list of principles described. Please, everyone, I hope that we don't all select the same principles at the first one and the first two. Read through the whole chapter, find something that's of interest to you, and you can provide your rebuttal as a text entry You can include website URLs, you could include a media recording, or indeed you could upload a file to the discussion board. And I fully expect that you will not only participate in the activity, but you'll notice once again that 40 points of this 100 relates to your participation in the discussion by responding to other classmates. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. We'll see you again in the next chapter.